Question 15. Use the quadratic formula to determine the exact roots of the equation x squared plus 3x minus 6 equals 0. So the first thing we do, if we're using the quadratic formula, which on your reference sheet, make sure you pull that reference sheet out when you take the exam and you have the quadratic formula right there. So we want to identify a, b, and c. A, the number in front of x squared. If there's not a number there, we know it's 1. B, the number in front of x is 3. C, the constant all by itself is negative 6. The sign goes with the number. So once we have A, B, and C, we can actually substitute all the values into the quadratic formula. So x equals opposite b. That means we make it negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 3 squared minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is negative 6, all divided by 2a, so 2 times 1. Now, step 1 when we go to clean this up is always do the discriminant first. So what's under the radical? We have 3 squared is 9, but we have 2 negatives. Minus a negative becomes a positive. So plus 4 times 6 is 24. So 9 times 24 is 33. So what's under the square root is 33. Now we can plug that all into the rest of the formula. So x equals opposite b, negative 3, plus or minus radical 33 all over 2 times 1, which is just 2. So the very last step we do here, when we consider 33, the only factors are 11 times 3, or 1 times 33. There are no perfect squares hidden in there. So what we can do is write two equations. Either x equals negative 3 plus square root of 33 all over 2, or x equals negative 3 minus square root 33 all over 2. Now, it's very important. This is a fairly new question for the Regents exam. This was August 2024. So notice they're asking for exact values. With Next Gen Standards, don't expect very many where we get the bailout of rounding to the nearest tenth. They want us to use things like simplest radical form and exact roots. We will not convert this to a decimal, because if we do, we lose credit immediately. That's full credit for question number 15.